Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie Jade. I post videos over here at least 3 times a week, but I also have a vlogging channel too where I do occasionally remember to upload. So I hope you're all doing well today, and today's video I'm really excited for because I've got a brand new Beauty Bay palette to test out. This is the brand new Love Notes palette and it is beautiful. I want to do a first impressions, a full review on it, do an eye look and some swatches. So if you guys want to see this, make sure you stick around and let's get straight on with today's video. This palette is their quarterly palette. They seem to be bringing out like seasonal palettes. So they brought out the Wilderness palette, the Sunset palette, they did the Age of Opulence palette, and now they've got this one, and this is absolutely beautiful. So just show you the packaging to start with. It's got a gorgeous lavendery colour and it's in the shape of an envelope. Really, really pretty. Got the Beauty Bay kind of stamp in the centre. So this is what it looks like when I open it up. It says, step into a hazy daze and become obsessed with the Love Notes palette featuring 20 shades that are wearable for every day whilst allowing you to get creative. So this is what it looks like when we open it up. It is so pretty. Look at the packaging on that palette. It's so pretty. And these are the colours inside. They are just beautiful. Like, this is such a beautiful colour palette and I'm so excited. The part that really gets me the most is these shimmers. Like, even online you can see the shimmers look absolutely stunning. So I'm really, really excited to get started. I'm going to stick some swatches in here for you guys so you can have a look at those now. My eyes are now primed and ready. You guys are all zoomed in, so we're going to get started. I cannot get over how beautiful this palette is. Like, the packaging is just so pretty. But the first shade I'm going to use is this pastel-y kind of like corally pink here. This is called Handkerchief. I'm just going with my Morphe 505 brush. I'm going to start to apply this through my crease. Oh, that's really pretty. All of these shades so far seem really, really pigmented, so I'm really excited to see like how they actually perform, how well they go together, things like that. But this looks so pretty. This is a great one to start with. I want to do kind of a Valentine's themed inspired kind of eye look. I do have a Valentine's Day kind of makeup look coming anyway, but this one I just want to play with the pretty like pinks and purples. It's blending out really, really nice. Like, this is the perfect transition shade. It's so pretty. Look at that. It's such a pretty colour. I also do apologise for the lighting changes in this video. I'm filming at my boyfriend's house today, so I'm actually only using natural lighting because I thought, you know what, it's a sunny day, I'm going to use only natural lighting. But then when the sun does go behind a cloud or comes out a little bit more, that's when it does change a little bit. But this is what it's looking like, and that is a beautiful, beautiful colour. So next I'm going to go in, I'm going to use the same brush. I'm going to go in with the shade Ruby, which is this dark kind of red here. It's like a really deep pinky reddy colour, and I'm going to start to apply this through my crease but going towards the outer corner. That's so pretty. It's very, very deep, but it's very, very pretty. Get that positioned where I want it to be. So just about there, and I'm going to make a little line down here just to help join that. So this is how it's looking. It does look insane, but I've still got some blending to do, but it's such a pretty colour. I'm going to go in and do the exact same thing on my other eye. I feel like I'd apply a little better if I had a smaller, fluffier brush to apply this with. But that is how it's looking. It's a really nice colour. This one needs a little bit more shade than the other one, but once I start to blend it out, it'll start to match a little bit better. So this is how it's starting to look. I'm going to go in with a clean brush, I think, and start to blend these out a little bit more. These shades are beautiful. Like, they blend together so nicely. They're just really, really kind of perfect matches for each other. The brush that I'm going to blend it out is the Angled Shadow Brush by Nia. This is a really nice one. I just like this for like blending out. It's just a really, really pretty brush. And then in this palette, they've got some really nice colour, neutral nudes and kind of like white shades that would be really, really good transitions. I'm actually going to go with this pastel white pink here. It's proper pastel pink. It's really pretty, just to help blend out. And I love when palettes have really nice transition shades, because sometimes you get palettes that literally have like some darker shades and then nothing that would be as good as like a transition shade, which is fine because you've probably got transition shades in your other palettes. But if you want to do a look using that one palette, then you can't really do that if you don't have all the shades that you're going to need. The shade Angel's really, really nice. Like I said, they've got quite a few nice transition shades in this palette. So I'm just using this to help blend that out a little bit, make those edges a bit smoother. This is now how my eye look is looking, and it's not too bad. I'm going to go away, blend this out a little bit more so it's a little bit neater, and then I'll come back to you guys for the next colour. This is what my eyes looking like now. They're a little bit more blended, and I want to take the smallest shade of this one here, which is called Mahogany, and I'm just going to use a smaller brush. So just this one here from Real Techniques. This is a 306 brush, and I just want a small amount of this, not a lot at all. And I'm just going to tap some of this right into my outer corner there. It's just a really pretty shade. I think it'd go really, really well with those pinks and purples we've added in. So it's so pretty. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on my other lid there. Really trying to push that up towards my crease and help blend it with that purple. So this is currently how it's looking, and now I want to go with my P. Louise base. I'm going to be using the P. Louise base in the shade 0, which is a white one, and I'm going to cut my crease. So I'm also going to be using a brush from the Nia collection. This is the 205 Precision brush to help actually get the shape that I want. So I'm just getting some of this onto the back of my hand. I feel like I'm starting to run out of this white one as well now. I have been going through my P. Louise bases like nothing else at the moment. They're just so, so good, and I find them so pigmented. So I'm just tapping into that on the back of my hand, and now I'm gonna grab my mirror and start to cut my crease. I feel like a lot, when it comes to cutting your crease, a lot of it is to do with having the right brush. I personally found a brush that I absolutely loved, and I felt like it really, really changed the game when it came to cutting my crease. Someone's out there that I've seen that look really, really good, but they're like £20–30 a brush in some places, and it's so expensive, but you can still get some like really, really cheap like drugstore ones. So I'm just getting this shape, and I'm just going to do it to about there. I'm just going to keep applying that and just building that colour up. Yeah, that's how it's looking. I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. I want a real like contrast, like I want to make it like quite a smoky pink, like a smoky purple look. This is such a beautiful palette though. Like, I'm genuinely so shocked by how pretty this palette is. When they announced they'll bring it out, I was like, oh, okay, I wonder what colours they're going to do, because they said they wanted it to be like a different colour palette to what they've already brought out. So the Wilderness one was quite like an orangey, greeny, bluey kind of like forest theme. The Age of Opulence one was really pretty, but that was more of a Christmassy one, so that one doesn't count as much. And then they did the Sunset one as well, which was beautiful, but that had a lot of like pinks and oranges and reds and yellows. So I was really not sure what they were going to bring out this time, but I genuinely am so impressed. Like, this might be one of my favourite beauty wear palettes yet. All their pigmentation is just always incredible. And this one, I just love the different shades. Like, the shimmers in here are going to be so hard to choose. Like, I really, really love these kind of like pinky purpley shimmers around this area. I don't know which would go best with the look, which is what I'm thinking. So I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to let this dry. And while my P. Louise base dries, I'm going to go in with a small brush. I'm just going to use the 306 Real Techniques one. I'm going to start to do my lower lash line. So the first shade that I'm going to use is the handkerchief one here, which is the pink one we used, which is the first one we actually used. Just grabbing some of that, and I'm starting to line my lower lash line with it. Such a pretty, delicate kind of pink is this one, and it blends so beautifully. The next one I'm going to go in with is the ruby shade, which is the darker one, and I'm just going to start that there and then blend that out towards my outer corner there. I don't apply too much of this shade, but I also want it to match my top lid and not look kind of like random. This is how it's looking. For my eye shimmer, I really struggled to decide, but I'm going to take the shade Pillow, which is like this kind of like duochromy white purple, and I've just got some on my finger. Look how beautiful that shade is. And I'm going to start to apply this over that cut crease. I'm just applying this in my inner corner. The pigment in this is so strong, like it's so pretty. So I'm just doing that in a kind of third, and then to go out from that, I'm then going to grab my blending brush, the one that we used before, which is the Morph one. I'm going to start to blend that outer colour into my cut crease, so it's kind of got more of a flawless, kind of like smooth finish. It doesn't look random with just lines of where colour starts and ends. So I'm going to go in with the shade Handkerchief. I'm going to grab a little bit of Ruby as well. I'm going to start to blend this in. I'm using a really, really light hand as well, because I don't want to end up like going all the way over what I've just done on my cut crease. So I just want it to just tickle the edges. And then blend that out a little bit better as well. Okay, I'm going to do the exact same thing on my other eye. Could have probably done with a smaller brush for this, but this is the best we've got right now, so it's going to have to do. This is now how my eyes are looking like. Now they're a little bit more blended, and I just want to grab a little bit of that colour and just go a little bit higher on this eye, because I felt this eye is just higher than the other one, and just by the tiniest amount. So I'm just literally grabbing the smallest amount of product and just placing that there, and then I'll just add a little bit more on this one as well, just so the pigment's the same, and then I'm going to blend it out. So I'm just going to use a regular old brush with the shade Cotton and just help to blend this out, just so they're matching a little bit more. Because I feel like I over blended one side and like under blended the other. So I'm just going to bring that out a little bit there. So hopefully they might actually match. That's really pretty. I really, really like those colours there. They're so pretty, and they're blending out so nicely. This is now how my eyes are looking like, and I'm completely in love with these shades. I'm now going to go in with another shimmer. So I want to take one of these purpley ones, and they're both so beautiful. It's so hard to decide. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab a little bit of both. I'm just going to mix them together. That's what it looks like. That is such a beautiful shimmer. And I'm just going to apply this towards the outer corner. Oh, that was so beautiful. That was definitely the perfect choice. I was applying it there towards my outer corner of my eye. So it's going from the white kind of shimmer into purpley shimmer into the dark pinky purple pigment. And it looks so pretty. I'm just helping, using that as a bit of a blend between the other two shades as well. And oh my god, that shimmer is so beautiful. Like, it's so pigmented. I didn't realise how pigmented these glitters were until I actually put them on my eyes. Like, when I did swatches, they looked really, really nice. But when you actually put them on your eyes, like, they're completely different. Like, they're complete game changers. This is now how my eyes are looking like, and I'm completely obsessed with the colour, the pigment, the shimmer, just everything. I'm going to use an inner corner shimmer now, and I want to go in this shade Chandelier. It's like a goldy white kind of duochrome, and it looks really pretty. So I thought I'd give it a go. It looks a bit more gold on my finger. I'm just going to grab some. Ooh, that's really pretty. I'm really glad I chose that one. Okay, I feel like I might have put a little bit too much on, so I'm just going to blend it out a little bit there. Okay. That's what it looks like. And I think that inner corner shimmer is so beautiful. As you can tell over here, I've had a little bit of fallout. And a tiny bit over here, but mainly like just that section there, you can see the purple glitter in the fallout, which is mainly just from adding quite a lot of product, and it's so pigmented as well, so it does happen. So I'm just trying to wipe some of that away. I've soaked up some with my beauty blender, and I'm just wiping that away with the brush. So you can't see as much now, but there is a little bit of fallout. But even if you do like your eyes first and then your base, then you shouldn't be too bad. But just try not to grab too much of the product, I'd say. But that is so pretty. I'm so obsessed. I want to build up a little bit of that darker colour again. So I'm just going to go in with this brush here. This is a 310, I believe. Oh, 301. I'm grabbing the shade Ruby. And then I'm going to grab some of this dark purple here. Tapping the excess off and then running that just through my crease there. I don't want it to go on my lid, because if it goes on my lid, then it'll ruin the glitter. It's literally just going through my crease, so it deepens that up. I've not tried that purple yet, so I just want to give that a go. But how beautiful is that? They're so pretty. I'm so impressed. Okay, So I'm going to blend it out a little bit just so it looks a little bit neater. I'm going to go in with the shade Soap, which has this quite pretty lavendery colour here. I'm just going to help to use that as a transition and a bit of a blending shade. So that is just such a pretty contrast. Like, I just love everything about this palette. It's so gorgeous. I'm going to go in with the same one here and just neaten that up. Try to get that line a little bit sharper. And just blend. Okay, this is how it's looking. And the final step I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this pink kind of colour here, the handkerchief, mixed with some of the flush, so like these two pinks. I'm just going to grab those two. And I'm going to replace those in my inner corner, like just for my inner corner, just like this little bit here in my crease. And I'm just placing that pink there as like more of a little ombre between the pink and then going into the darker kind of purple over here. This is now what my eyes are looking like, and this is now the finished look. I am genuinely so impressed with this palette. Like, this palette is absolutely beautiful. It's got so many different colours in here, like so many different mattes, so many different shimmers. You could come up with so many different various eye looks from this. I'm genuinely impressed. There hasn't been a Beauty Bay own palette that they brought out yet that I haven't been impressed by. So if you haven't got this yet, make sure you do. This is only £15, but there are plenty of discount codes online where you can get this a little bit cheaper. This is definitely worth the money though. You get 20 beautiful shades, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shimmers and 11 mattes. And they're just all so beautiful. So if you want to see any other videos with this palette or any TikToks, anything like that, make sure you do follow me over on TikTok, subscribe to my channel, and let me know any other videos you'd like to see with it. I have really enjoyed reviewing this palette. As always, I've been absolutely blown away. I got this next day delivery, so this was only released yesterday and it came this morning before 11 AM. Like, that's genuinely so good. That is now it from me for today. I hope you've all enjoyed this video. If you have, do not forget to smash that thumbs up button. Leave me a lovely little comment in the comment section down below. And make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content just like this, and I'll hopefully see you all in my next video. Bye.